So our family will take care of yours every step of the way. And right now, you can double up and save. Buy a new AC unit and get 50% off a new furnace to match it. Count on Opox for fast and professional heating and cooling services. Count on Opox.
SVP is mixing things up, and digital TV, it'll never be the same. SVP TV, we're family. We're gonna make you fall in love with SVP. Download the SVP app today on Roku, Apple, and Fire TV. Watch us. You know why? We're gonna make you fall in love with SVP TV. Tune in to Talking Law with Attorney Daryl O'Neill and the special guest host, Attorney Jerome Payne. Live TV talk on your digital device on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Download the SVP TV app right now. Check us out every Tuesday on Comcast Cable, Channel 17, 8:30 p.m. And we are live every Friday on Facebook Live, 6 o'clock in the evening. You've got a question, our attorneys have the answer. So let's talk law with Attorney Daryl O'Neill on the SVP TV network.
Welcome to Talking Law with Daryl O'Neill. I'm your host. I got my main man with Jerome.
What's up, Daryl?
Man, another day in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
You know, getting right up here on the 4th of July.
Yes.
You know, and we'll do a shout out in a minute. But,
Okay.
But Facebook, you know, you see the number up there. That's for you. That's specifically for you Facebook people. Facebook, Apple TV, YouTube, Roku. Those people have immediate access. So if you see that number up there, you can call in.
And despite what we're talking about, we will change the subject in order to handle your questions.
Answer whatever question you got.
I'm excited about that, Darren.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Leading up to the holiday weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to play with that in a minute.
Okay.
Because I know we're going to regress a little bit.
Okay, cool.
So welcome to Little Rock. Got some California viewers, too.
Wow.
Welcome to California. Welcome to Little Rock. Welcome to West Memphis, Shelby County. Welcome to Mississippi. And even though my mom is here, welcome to the great state.
Your mom's back again,
my
man?
mom's back here, man.
That's good, man.
I'm always in hog heaven when my mother around.
Spend as much time as you can with your mother.
You don't know it.
You only got the one.
You ain't got but one mom. You know. So today we want to deal and dabble in some employee rights issues.
Okay.
You know, but Jerome, I wanted to back up for a minute. Juneteenth.
Oh, okay.
And the July 4th.
Uh-oh.
Have something in common.
Daryl, you're not going there, are you, man?
Well, they're both Independence Day,
well,
aren't they?
that's what they say.
I mean, people always wonder why Juneteenth became a holiday, right?
Yeah.
It was an Independence Day.
That's right.
You know, it was Slavery Independence Day.
That's right.
I mean, that's why it's a national holiday.
That's when slavery finally ended in the U.S. But
by hook and crook, but
it's 2.5 years later.
It's 2.5 years.
Then the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
And so Frederick Douglass wrote an article about, they invited him to a July 4th celebration. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
He did a wonderful speech. He says, "What does your 4th of July have to do for me as an African American?" It
No, he
means
probably didn't say
nothing.
African American. He said as a Negro man.
Yeah, he probably said Negro man.
Yeah,
He
I-
said it means nothing. My
Yeah.
people are in slavery, and you. Frederick had a way. He had a way of addressing issues
Yeah.
that kept him alive.
Yeah, because it was easy to die in them times.
Yeah, it was easy. He could have been lynched many times.
Yeah.
But his oratory was so wonderful until he mesmerized the people. It's like sometimes the preacher says now, you'll catch that when you get home. And so a lot of times when Frederick would be getting on them, they wouldn't be.
They ain't figured it out yet.
Yeah, when they get home and say, what did that end say?
And by the time they got home, they
Oh.
realized like, oh man,
Yeah.
I need to go hang
That's
him.
exactly right.
But it's too late now. He done traveled on.
By that time, he couldn't get a group, because mobs. If you get trapped in a mob, just January 6th,
Yeah.
Daryl, I'm convinced that everybody we saw storming the Capitol did not leave home
With that
thinking
money.
they were going to storm the Capitol.
Yeah.
But many of them, and you could see how the crowd was surging forward, and some people just got caught up in the moment.
They ain't get caught up in the breaking through them buildings now.
Not, those what you call them?
Interlopers?
The interlopers, the
Yeah.
instigators.
Instigators, yeah.
The ones who had planned out. And there are even more stuff is coming out now. Do you know that based on the testimony of the young lady on Monday or Wednesday, that those people were armed with AR-15s? It's said that the president knew that they were armed and wanted to remove the metal detectors so that they could carry their weapons because he wanted an armed insurrection there. He didn't care. He said, they're not coming to wound me, so let them bring their guns. It's what's alleged. That's what she testified to. And she further testified to that he wanted to go to the Capitol. Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
He wanted to go to the Capitol so he could edge them on. We just don't know how close we were on January 6th of losing our entire democracy and installing a monarch.
That's interesting. That's well.
And so is he going to be charged there?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that question. Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I don't know the answer to that question. And there's a real reason why I don't do politics.
Oh, okay.
There's a real reason why I don't. I mean, and this is it. Nobody can condone what was trying to be done.
Okay.
But now that it's over, everybody is trying to justify the conduct.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
But a lot of people,
a
lot of people in the Republican
huge
Party
group of people are
trying to justify the
Yeah,
comments,
right.
Or what happened.
Yeah, right.
To include, leadership here in Tennessee.
That's right.
Justifying the conduct, and it's only because of a political ideology.
That's true.
Or political affiliation.
That's true.
Dude, I wouldn't care if you were Republican or Democrat. If you're wrong,
That's true.
you're wrong.
See.
When I joined the military, I swore to protect the Constitution.
From what?
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
Enemies.
Enemies,
Yeah.
foreign and domestic.
Right.
Okay. I have never sworn to do what someone told me to do, even though it was illegal or inappropriate. Most people don't know this. And during the Vietnam War, there was a gentleman, you get a chance to look it up, man.
Okay.
The gentleman by the name of Lieutenant Calley.
I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what Calley did,
At Hanoi, what is it called? Mali? What?
yeah.
Yeah.
What Calley did is Calley said that he received an order to massacre a village. he received an order. And now, again, I'm a
Right.
soldier.
Right.
We as soldiers, we receive orders,
Right.
and we're supposed to execute those orders.
Right.
But if the order is illegal, you have to question the order,
Right.
and then take action against the if it's an illegal order.
Right.
There's nothing in the war in the United States that allows us to massacre a village. Nothing.
Right.
Okay, there's nothing that allows us to join in on a coup, to let a one person overthrow what the democratic process is. That's the reason why we don't have what happens in Colombia. We don't have what's happening in Panama. We don't have what happens in all these other countries.
That's right.
Where whoever controls the military,
That's right.
is in power.
That's right.
They-
Well, and that's the reason too why the military is civilian.
Mm-hmm.
The heads of the military are civilians
Mm-hmm.
rather than military people, and that's the reason why, isn't there?
Well,
In order to try to prevent that from happening, a coup or something, isn't it?
yeah, there is a, so all those heads are selected by the president.
Right.
Okay, so don't get that twisted.
Okay.
And the president is the commander in chief. So the United States military works for the president.
That's right.
He or she is the commander in chief.
Okay.
And they select all the joint chairs and all the chairmen of all these different parties and all, air forces and all. They select those. They select those people.
Right.
So those people are also responsible to report to the president.
That's right.
About all these military things, and then a lot. Sometimes they'll advise the president to make a decision on a military action. So that's what their job is.
That's right.
But the president is the ultimate person that makes that decision on whatever that military action
That's
is.
right.
But it's through the advisement of his joint chiefs.
That's right. But also, too, you have to have been separated from the military for a certain period of time before you're able to take these positions. The last two have gotten waivers in order because they had just recently retired from the military.
Now, see, I didn't know any of that.
Yes,
See,
they got waivers.
Well, the joint chiefs are all military.
Yeah.
They're all military. They're generals.
I'm talking about the secretary.
Oh, the Secretary of Defense.
Oh,
and
Defense Secretary and that thing now.
the Navy and all
Yeah.
that. Okay.
They have to have been separated from the military for a 7 or 8 year period.
Yeah, see, I don't know the answer. Because I know SECNAV
Yeah.
and the Secretary of the Army
Right.
and all those
Right.
people, they report to the president.
Yes.
And so what ends up happening, if you have the Secretary of the Army, but then you also have these joint chiefs who
That's
are
right.
military people.
That's right, yeah.
That also report to the president.
Yeah, because that's what Colin Powell was.
Colin Powell.
Well, was the joint
he was,
chief.
yeah, he was. I can't remember the name, but he was top dog.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
he was command. Yeah, he was top dog at one point.
Right.
But you hear a lot of military people talk about they were not going to support that.
Oh, the Cali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The January 6th scenario. A lot of military people, that were up there were aware of it.
That's really why it didn't progress.
And they were like, no.
Right.
And
That's
even
right.
the vice president was like,
Right,
no.
right.
And they were like, send somebody over here and kill him too. Because
Hang him.
hang him.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Not kill him, hang him. So, but, an order has to be legal. If it's illegal, then it's inappropriate. Now, I'm saying all that to say, why are we talking about that and we're going to be talking about employee rights? So here's how we transition.
It's almost the same thing.
It absolutely is.
One more thing. Do you know that there's a current crisis brewing right now for the military? All of the people who refuse to get the vaccine, they're supposed to be dismissed from the military today. Today was the last day to get
I
it
knew
done.
it was July 1st.
It's the last day.
Well, and so
And that's an order.
it is.
And so I remember there when I was in the military, you had no choice.
Yeah.
They put you in the line and you got shot,
You got shot
in
up.
both shoulders,
You got
right?
shot up, And again, and that's what ended up happening, with that. Because I got colleagues that say I'm not taking the vaccination and all this stuff. Again, And because I don't know what is like,
Nonsense.
I'm not okay. I don't really want to have those conversations
Right.
because that's what I always say. Well, what do you think of? Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not having those conversations because to me, those are stupid conversations.
Right.
What we know is almost 1 million in the United States.
That's right.
People died because of COVID.
That's right.
I guarantee the number of people that died because of the vaccination is nowhere near that number.
For sure.
So if we have something, again, our job in the military is, and the reason why that vaccination it ain't about us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going all around the world
That's exactly right.
to people that don't have these remedies and cures and different things.
That's exactly
and
right.
we're dangerous to them.
And I've always heard that when we join the military, our bodies no longer belong to us.
Man.
You have actually pawned yourself off to, and they can do whatever they want to. That's why the orders can come in to send you here, send you there. And you don't have much to say about it.
Man,
because you basically have given them the authority over your body.
They used to say, man, if you had a wife, we don't care about your wife.
Right.
If we wanted you to have a wife, we'd have put it in your duffel bag.
Right.
That's what the joke used to be,
Right.
We didn't, you had it in your sea bag or your duffel bag.
Right.
Since we didn't issue you a wife, that ain't our concern.
That's right.
Now they've gotten better now.
Much better.
Much better
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But the point of that is, people have a tendency when they have a rule at work that requires their compliance.
Good transition.
That requires their compliance. They believe somehow that their rights are more important than those rules.
Well, that's interesting there. Of course, you and I always have a different view of it. It depends on whether it's a private employer or a government employer, because you have more rights with a government employer than a private employer.
And that's where I agree. We have more rights with a government employer
Right.
than a private employer.
Right.
But it doesn't change your rights.
Well,
Okay, so let me clean it up.
Yeah.
Because the difference with the government employer is obviously you have due process.
That's
rights.
exactly right.
You have a right. Your job is
That-
it's a property interest.
that's exactly
It's a
right.
protected right.
Right.
But you don't have a right to say what's ever on your mind.
I agree.
You don't have because if I'm the employer and I say I am requiring you to get a vaccination,
Right.
you got one or two choices. You take the vaccination or you leave.
That's right.
If I'm a government employer, the same thing applies. However, you get a chance to prove that maybe this is a religious exception.
That's right.
That requires me to keep it.
I like that.
Where I'm not required
I
to
like
do
that.
that if you're a civilian or if it's a private employer.
I like that.
Because if you're a private employer, I can fire you for any reason or no reason. You are messing up my business.
Right.
Because I'm concerned that you're going to affect people in my office. I'm concerned that you're going to affect my clients.
And then my business could be shut down
'Cause of you.
indeterminable because
That's
one person
one you.
decided that they weren't going to get vaccinated and come in and spread it throughout the dadgum
You outta
office
here.
place. But the other thing too, Daryl, and that's good. That was a good transition. At will employment.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee is an at will
Mm-hmm.
state, and what that means, audience, is that you work for me as long as I will you to work for me.
I like that, Joe. I had never heard it said that.
Really?
Yeah, I like that. You work for me as long as I will you to work
That's
for me.
right.
So you're at my will.
That's right.
Yeah, I like that.
But by the same token, I'm saying the same thing as you. I work for you.
Right.
As long as I will
Yeah.
to work for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
I'm coming in tomorrow and
Yeah.
pack my stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm gone. So, right.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what it all means. It
That's
means
right.
that I can quit when I want to.
That's right.
And you can fire me when you want
That's
to.
right.
And the difference is I can't fire you for some discriminatory reason.
That's right.
So
And so that's good there. There's still, even though it's wide open when we say Eddie, there's still some restrictions on what you can and cannot do to an employee. You cannot let them go due to their race, sex, creed, national origin, and even now, sexual preferences, isn't it? Did they codify that?
I've not seen that on the sheet.
It's
yet.
not codified?
The military, I'm sorry, the government, some government agencies do they do give you that protection.
Okay.
But I don't think and actually I've seen, there's a case that came out, I can't remember which circuit it was, where somebody used homosexuality, gender, as a gender discrimination claim.
Okay.
So they use it as a gender claim. And they really were able to really fashion it pretty differently.
Okay.
So it's not one of the, at least
So,
I don't remember it was one of those.
Yay or nay? But look. I don't want to read the case there.
No,
Don't make me read it. They said no,
No, I mean, it's not codified.
but they were able to
Oh,
discharge
no,
the person.
no, they were not.
Okay, so
No, they
yeah.
won. They won.
That's
Oh, no,
what-
they
okay.
won that case.
Okay, good.
But that was the first of that type that had
I
ever,
got you.
because before because whoever couched it before,
Yeah.
couched it as sexual orientation or sexual preference,
Yeah.
and the court was like, we
And-
don't have.
and
a
they
protection.
lost it.
They lost it.
But see, that's very good too, because what happens is you get a line of cases
Mm-hmm.
coming down, and most of the times there it comes from the dissent.
Mm-hmm.
The dissenters usually are setting the stage for the time when it will become
Right.
the law.
Correct.
And particularly when we had like 5-4 decisions.
Yeah.
But now they're so overwhelmingly.
Yeah,
This court is so.
it's going to be issues. I mean, this is a 6-3. The only thing that, just like, our Tennessee Supreme Court, your term is unlimited.
Yes.
I think though you can age out. I think it's 70 maybe.
No, I think they're still getting a chance to retire.
Yeah, but you don't. But
no, you can't force them out.
I thought you can age out.
No.
Yeah, I thought you can age out, and I thought the age was
No.
70 years old.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
What?
Yeah, I thought they could
No.
age. I know that, but the difference is with the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals, the district courts. It's a lifetime appointment,
Right.
And you can't age out.
That's what lifetime means.
Yeah,
But most
but
of
these
the
other
time-
ones are not a lifetime.
The Tennessee Supreme Court.
None of those are lifetime.
You don't think so?
Well, they do retention votes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But most of the times,
Yeah.
we-
There's a rubber
click,
stamp. Yeah.
click the
I
button.
mean, they can retention. Yeah, they can.
Unless,
They can unselect you. Yeah.
unless somebody really pissed the people off so much so until they don't retain them
Mm-hmm.
by a whole lot of publicity saying don't do it. But and I'm glad you brought that up too. There's no way that Tennessee Supreme Court should still consist of 5 white people in 2022. I fought this battle 12 years ago, Darryl.
Well, it's gonna always be like that. As long
5 white?
It's gonna always be like 5 whites.
Where's the consciousness of the people, of the governor who selects it,
Man.
that you got a whole group of people that you represent that has no representation on the highest court in your state?
So you're disillusioned, just like a lot of people. You believe that because I'm a Republican or because I'm a Democrat, somehow I'm supposed to be fair.
No, because you're a human being.
No. I'm not a human being. I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
No, that's not.
and if
First of all, you are a human being.
No,
and then you start putting on these other titles, because right, you just said a minute ago there, right is just right. You got a whole segment of people that has no representation. That was one of the arguments we used about putting this black female who was in fact sworn in yesterday. You just said you're not excited about it?
I'm really not.
Really?
No. I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, look, man. I think it could have been done better. Okay, the selection could have been done better. I think the selection could have been done better. Okay,
Okay.
Number one.
Help me understand that.
I think the selection could have been done better. I don't know if there was a better candidate, but we get pissed off every day because people are excluding people for consideration. That selection was an exclusion of others for consideration. The president said, I am going to select a black female. So that means that he said, I am going to exclude anybody else that's qualified to do that job from that process.
And so all of the other presidents have said they don't have to say it.
That's the difference, though, Jerome.
But
that's the
Darren,
difference. Again, I'm not saying
You don't have to say it. That's just like right now. Darren, you talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
We talked about it not long ago about when we talk about Black Lives Matter. Why are we saying Black Lives Matter? Because they're the only ones who've been down. They're the only ones who've been shot down and killed unarmed. That's why you have to say it. And so you have to be specific about your efforts to make the change. And then look, she is more qualified than anybody who's currently on the court there. She's had more trial experience. She works as a public defender. She worked as a prosecutor. She's been on the bench longer. She's written more opinions. And then the other day they said
now seniority matters is what we're saying.
not seniority.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
That's
she's got
experience.
well, the experience is analogous to seniority. That's what experience is, seniority.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So you're saying because she has to, because then that means that anybody that's been practicing for the longest period of time that's been on these courts.
No, what you said was that you didn't know if anybody was more qualified than her.
Oh, I don't know that.
But she's very much qualified there.
I don't disagree with that either.
Based on they had
Based
something-
on all the people they put on there.
Oh, God, the
I don't,
ones
I
who
don't, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with that. We got to table that one for another time, but yeah, that's a whole nother issue.
And they said Kavanaugh said, beer, I love beer, I'm drinking beer. Did you see that? That's ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous.
Hey, y'all, look.
Sexual harassment there.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, look, thank you for watching the show. We'll see you back next week. All right, Facebook, I appreciate that.
Well, see, when you look at somebody like me, I grew up here. There's nothing